still they're like, yeah, you know, I
Mm.
got bars. But where's the bar? Where are the bars? You've done 16, bro. There is no bar. Yeah.
16 without the bars.
Yeah. I had to learn to drop my ego and just understand I've written an amazing song and I know I can't sing this as well as that other person.
Exactly. And just because somebody is louder than you doesn't mean they're on a higher level or this or that.
Instead of saying, yeah, we're gonna be flying first class and this, we're just gonna be catching trains, bro.
Like as a writer, your task, your job is to sit down and write songs every day.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're doing that, but one day God might be in the room. The next day he might not. All right, part 2. now all in white.
Yeah. After the break. Now, we were on the songwriting topic. Like that is where we stopped. And yeah, like I wanted to ask you, what's you were talking already about the concept behind how you write, but what's your writing process? And also with that question, I would also like to ask, are you somebody who writes to a beat, or you write and then make a beat around what you write?
Yeah. Okay, so like probably many people, I don't have one way that it always works, but I have one way that it always finishes. And that is, as abstract as it might sound to somebody who's not in my shoes, is a feeling of, okay, this is done.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I used to always write verses on paper, like write my music on paper. And like now when, like then in this writing, it would be like a puzzle. You know, like I have these words, I have those words. I have some rhymes where I know, okay, it's going to continue like this, but there's some words missing in between, this and that. Okay. So then like, I would always know when I've written something, if it's the right thing to put here or not.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like, sometimes that's the only way I could properly explain it, I guess, so people have a chance to understand, at least. It's like, sometimes I would write stuff and I would just feel this is the way it's supposed to be. But I wouldn't actually understand what I had written. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I would have a couple of lines and I would know it's the way it's supposed to be. But really what I meant with having it that way, it was unclear to me.
Okay.
But then later on, a couple months go by, sometimes even a couple of years, I'm listening to the song and I'm like, yo, that should make a lot of sense right now. I don't know how this is working, but it's like I'm basically writing from my subconscious or something. I know it's right, but I can't explain it.
Yeah.
Now, later on, a couple of things happen, different situations, different people. And now I'm understanding it like it's the clearest thing that was always there. So my feeling was right. It was the right thing to express what I guess was already there, even though I didn't know it was. So, long story short, and I forgot your question again. long story short is like, no, I really forgot the question, so I can't really summarize it.
Like, I was just asking about your writing process.
Writing process.
If you're one of the people who writes to a beat, or you write and then make a beat around what you've written. So
mostly I like to start with the music. So if there's something there already that inspires me to do something. But like I said, there's not only one way that you can do this. For example, I've also been in rooms with other songwriters, learning their techniques. And I like, for example, this technique of that it seems to be very popular among songwriters, like people that write songs. You know, there's artists, a lot of artists who also don't write their own songs, but there's people that only write songs, like songwriters. And that's what they do, you know, of course. So of course they're gonna have a process or several processes in order to do that. So one of these methods that that I was taught was like, somebody said they get their inspiration, or a lot of their inspiration, from conversation. So they're having a conversation, or somebody else is having a conversation, and they're witnessing it, and there would just be this one sentence that somebody is saying that just rings differently.
Yeah.
It's like they're saying it, and all of a sudden you're like, hold on, what did you just say? Or something like that. You know, like if you look at very famous songs, like especially I want to say back in the day, their song titles are sentences like this.
Yeah.
I want to dance with somebody.
Yeah.
Let me love you. You know, we can keep going and going. I'm not the best, you know, like at remembering song titles or whatever. So me, I can't keep going and going, but like just check YouTube. Like, you know, the list is very, very long, because that song might have entstanden, like might have come to life like that. It might just have been, you know, the reason the song existed. For example, the song, let's just take "Let Me Love You" as an example, like just the title, and independent of the song, in this case for Mario. It's like, you already know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Let me love you. Can you guess it? You know, it's like, most likely what I see in my head right now is, you know, somebody talking to somebody else, saying that, hey, I really like you. Just, you know, let me give you that. Like, let me show you. Let me, you know, be part of your world, basically. Let me in so I could. Okay. So, you know, I really like this method. Me, usually the way that I came to writing, like we've talked about before, was like a diary kind of thing. So a lot of times I would just start writing, you know, and, you know, just go off of that, and just like basically just take out everything I didn't like and use what I like. And then, because I come from hip hop music, that was my first, I want to say, love in music. So what usually led me through the lyrics that I would write is the rhymes. That's why I'm saying like a puzzle, because I'm already knowing, okay, I'm saying, I don't know, spaghetti. So now I'm having confetti in my mind, or something else, or something. And then I'm having like these 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rhymes, but right now they're just words. They're not connected. Me, I'm trying to tell a story. I'm trying to say something. So, okay, now the challenge is, how can I connect these rhymes in order to make a verse, or in order to make a text that makes sense, that says something. That was the puzzle, basically, game that I played in the beginning. Now, this is a very different approach from having one sentence that already describes the song, and then going into the song from there. This is where I come from. Then I was taught this method. Now I'm basically just experimenting. I don't feel there's a wrong or right way in creating this. Like I said, I always know it's done when it feels right. So as long as it feels right, I don't have a problem with how I got there. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I want to say very flexible. My process is very flexible, but I'm trying to structure it more and more, because I might just end up also being a songwriter. And if I'm writing songs on a bigger scale for other people, then it makes sense to just have a way that I could tap in quickly without having to search for this and that and this and that. And I feel like one thing that's always happening is just human interaction. So if you just pay attention, you know, to situations more, like catch these little sentences that we were talking about, then you have a lot of ideas for different songs to write. So I haven't really written a lot of songs like that, but what I've been doing since I was taught this method is I was writing down these sentences. Like anytime I would find myself catch a sentence like this, it's like I would just, you know, open up I'm writing down everything on my phone, open up a, you know, a new document, and just write down this one sentence. then close the document and just have it as the title.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just have the idea now. Whenever I'm not having any ideas, I'm having writer's block or whatever, I just go here and I'll go through these documents. A lot of documents just have this one sentence. And I just look, okay, yeah, I'm feeling this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just tap in.
Yeah, like I understand that method. Like as somebody who does songwriting like commercially,
Yeah.
like I write songs and I give them out to people to sing them, because a lot of times, like, okay, it also goes back to the ego thing that we were talking about. I had to learn to drop my ego and just understand I've written an amazing song and I know I can't sing this as well as that other person.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I give it out.
Right.
And
it's like a proud dad, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you have no, actually let's not make this comparison. It'll be complicated. But like yeah, so, like you want the best song.
Exactly. For me, I want that to come out, and I want it to come out sounding the best way possible.
Exactly.
And honestly, like if I'm being honest with myself, I'm not the greatest singer.
Yeah.
But if I get somebody that can hit those notes the way I want them to be hit,
exactly,
this is gonna be a great song.
Yeah.
Like that's what I've been doing, and my writing process just took a turn the moment I stopped complicating things, because I've worked with for example, an artist like Elon.
Okay.
Elon is an artist that writes abstract stuff. She can sing, but she's super abstract.
Her lyrics or her...
her lyrics.
Okay.
A lot of times I'm like, okay, what is she trying to mean? Like, it's not like metaphors per se, but really, really, she does like this really weird comparisons where she's singing about maybe ocean waves.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, what do you mean? But she has that emotion, and you can see like she's feeling it.
Yeah.
She's giving out an emotion, but in an abstract way that maybe you really have to dissect completely to understand. But the way she sings it, you feel it, and that is something that I like about her. I like her performance. I don't understand her lyrics that much, but I just like the way it comes out.
Yeah.
But then for me, to get some commercial success with songwriting, I was thinking, okay, how can I make people like the songs that I'm presenting to them and be like, okay, I'm gonna pay for this. I'm gonna take this and sing it, and then we're gonna split the royalties, or or I'm gonna pay you for this for this song. And one of the things that I came to understand is, like you talked about relatability, but I just came to it just came down to simplicity. Like instead, because a lot of times, we write songs that people cannot relate to because they're too complicated. Let's talk about a love song, for example. You're telling this woman, yeah, I will show you the world, I will take you around the world, I'm gonna buy you a Lamborghini, I don't know, all this stuff. Fine, cool, but all that sounds good, but the average person cannot relate. They don't have the money to do that to a woman.
Right.
But if I tell you, yeah, we're gonna just hang out in the park and run around and play around with kids, and now this is what the average person can relate to.
Right.
Like the normal stuff, the normal everyday stuff. Instead of saying, yeah, we're gonna be flying first class and this, we're just gonna be catching trains, bro. We're gonna be catching trains. If we get late, we're gonna sit down somewhere, eat some ice cream, and a normal, like an everyday person can relate to this. Like, oh, missing the train. Oh, so we can miss the train and eat some ice cream. That sounds romantic. You know, like,
and still have fun.
Yeah, we're still having fun.
Right.
And once I started writing like that, people are like, okay, I love this. And then, like, I also saw the reaction from people, and it it changed from being this guy who makes depressing music because of the other album,
this album that you
to
said,
this guy who makes amazing love songs. And for me, again, I wasn't understanding I was writing that. I didn't understand how am I coming up with these lyrics. Like, I'm like, where am I getting all these weird ideas where I'm just writing? Then I came to realize sometimes you might just go out on a date with somebody. Like, it was cool, it was amazing, and then you get home, you have these amazing chord progressions in your head, you play them, and then you start writing, and you find yourself describing exactly what happened that day. And like, you do that unconsciously, and then once you do that, it's just a normal thing that happened that day.
Right.
And when you put out, a lot of people can relate to that because they did the same thing the previous weekend, or they're planning to do it the coming weekend. And that was when I was like, okay, then this is the chord. This is how I should be writing.
Yeah, I mean, there's this famous quote, or this famous interview from Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Where she's talking about, like, she only has this one very famous album, right? I don't think she ever released a second one. Did she? I don't even know.
Sure.
Yeah, but like she said, like everybody wanted her to get back into the studio.
Yeah.
But she was like, I don't even know what to write about. And I've noticed, I know this feeling also from my own experience.
Yeah.
Like at some point, if you're only in the studio and you're not living life,
yeah,
like what are you gonna write about? At some point, I caught myself just writing about music.
That is true, and
you know what I mean.
If you're a rapper, a lot of times you'll find yourself just starting imaginary beef with other rappers. I'm the best. You guys don't know it. And you're like,
yo, my music is different.
Yeah. And you're like, why are you beefing? Nobody's beefing with you. Who are you dissing?
I just need this energy, like.
And yeah, for me, for example, I took a break from music for almost a year. Well, like I was like, I'm repeating chords, I'm repeating melodies, and I'm just like, I'm not doing this the way I used to do, like, not at that frequency where I was. And I just felt, okay, I need a break. And once I was going out, I remember, like, I could experience all this stuff, and I started writing about that.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't know how I tap into that, but I do it subconsciously, and I just write everyday stuff. Like, I remember when I made a song, one of my songs called Wake Up. There's this producer called Fleet Tunes. Fleet Tunes comes from London.
Okay.
I
think I've heard the name before. It's like pop beats and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's pretty huge. Has made songs
popular.
For Lens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I remember this guy sent me a beat on my email. So I downloaded the beat.
Yeah.
The moment I heard the first two chords, I was like, sheesh. I just stopped it. I dragged it into my DAW.
And you just took the first two chords?
No. I just took the mic and I was like, I'm already inspired.
Okay.
And at that time I had not made any music.
Yeah.
And I'm somebody who can freestyle. I'm not the best freestyler, but I can freestyle. I just took the headphones, connected the mic, and I was like, press record. I'm gonna freestyle whatever comes into my mind.
Yeah.
I freestyled the first verse, and exactly that's the first verse that's on the song. And I was like, how did I come up with that? And then I remember when I shared a snippet of the song, I had like literally 6 to 7 people tell me, bro, you are wicked. How can you write like that? And I'm like, I didn't even write. I don't even know where I got this idea. But I just wrote like what I rapped was just normal stuff. Like, literally the most normal thing you can ever talk about.
Okay.
You put it in a song, like things we talk about every day.
Right. So it's like you're talking, but you're making a song.
Yeah. And guys, like, nobody would imagine hearing that in a song, and now they are hearing it in a song.
Okay, right.
And now it's like, okay, this is so dope, but is it really dope? It's just like
yeah, right.
They can relate.
Yeah.
And when I wanted to film the video, I sent the model that I filmed with the song, and she was like, bro, this is super wicked. Like, this thing is now stuck in my head, and I'm like, I don't even know how I did it. If somebody tells me, could you make a song like that? I don't think I can. Because I was in a different dimension.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, I feel like as a writer, you're kind of like a medium or like channeling something. And I've heard this guy or somebody say this one time, and this is the best way also that I can describe it. It's like you're writing a song, like as a writer, your task, your job is to sit down and write songs every day.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're doing that, but one day God might be in the room. The next day he might not.
Yeah.
You know, so today you're writing this amazing song where it's like you feel like, okay, this song to think big, like might literally change the world. And then the next song you're making a song is, it's okay. Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, you know, I know what I'm doing. I'm not making my first song right now.
Yeah.
But like it's not inspiring me really or this or that. And you know, this inspired, it just popped up in my head. You know, I had Latin in school back in the day. I'm pretty sure it's coming from the spirit part, right? You know, so it's like this spirit, I want to say this is God being in the room. You know, this energy of creation and of meaningfulness, of substance that you're basically channeling into what you're doing now. And then other days, you know, you might be doing the same thing, but the energy is just not there. It's not here. So you're making a good song, but you know, it might not have the same like weight or like substance, I want to say.
Yeah, I get what you mean. And yeah, that's the thing that fascinates me about songwriting, because for me, I don't understand how I do it.
Yeah.
And every time people ask me, how do you do it? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I could say the same thing. Literally. Sometimes I even feel like, because I told you before, I'm not a freestyler, which is very uncommon for especially rappers.
Yeah.
So when I'm mingling with other rappers, the first thing they do, oh, you're a rapper. Oh, okay, let's kick some freestyle.
Yeah.
You know, you can feel the energy. Like, you can feel the energy in their body. Like, oh, now we gotta, like, let's go. You know, but I'm always like, nah, I've never really found my way into this lane where I can freestyle and make sense.
Yeah.
And me, I like to make sense.
Yeah.
So when I'm freestyling and I'm not making sense, I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
I totally understand.
So that's why it just, for me, it was always a little longer process to write a song. I'm still very fast in writing songs, but like when I say little longer, it wasn't instant like a freestyle. It's more like, okay, I have the melody now. I'm like defining it, like getting it proper, like doing arrangement and this and that. And then I might come up with the lyrics and this and that, maybe everything within 1 or 2 hours. You know, for a full song, it's still quick. Yeah. But of course, it's not a freestyle.
Yeah, I
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, hold on, what was your question, bro?
Well, I didn't even have a question. We were just discussing the songwriting thing, like not understanding how you do it.
Exactly. Okay, that was it, right? Because then, okay, now I'm here in a situation with other rappers.
Yeah.
Me in my head, the way that I see myself, I understand myself as a rapper, as a musician, because of course I can see I've made a lot of songs already.
Yeah.
So I can identify with this, right? But now I'm here in this freestyle session. Everybody's freestyling, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking at me, like, expecting me to freestyle now because I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I don't usually freestyle, you know. Then I'm just, you know, turning my back so that nobody will now tell me to freestyle and look at me even like, and it's like a lot of situations like this, I felt like, am I really an artist?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody else is doing this. So am I really an artist? But then I sit down and I write a song my way. And I'm fascinated, like, wow, this is a really, really, really good song.
Yeah.
And this is not supposed to be like a comparison or whatever, but just to put it into context. Then I'm listening to songs that other people make,
Yeah.
you know, that freestyle a lot. And I'm like, okay, they definitely know how to freestyle. But I want to say my song is better than a lot of the music that's out there. And that's just because I want to say I've over time just learned to write songs. I've never learned to freestyle. I'm learning that now because I feel it's a valuable skill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just because somebody is louder than you doesn't mean they're on a higher level or this or that. I'm just saying that for other creatives also to hear this, because everybody has their own approach.
Yeah, and very few people can freestyle and make sense. Like literally.
Yeah,
very few
it's true.
people. Like
That's true.
not everybody can freestyle on the frequency of for example, you know Harry Mark?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's
Like,
different.
that's next level.
Yeah.
And then we have the likes of Lil Wayne. Wayne can freestyle and
Yeah.
make sense. Jay-Z can
Like
freestyle and
specific
make sense, yeah.
people that that work that way or that make that their thing or whatever.
But also
Yeah.
in the same energy, you can ask yourself why an amazing freestyler like Harry Mark does not have a hit
Song, exactly. And that was always a thing in the hip hop community, at least.
Yeah, like freestyling is cool and it's fun for jam sessions and on stage if you just wanna add some you just add some flavor to your shows and maybe tell
or
people,
if you forget your lyrics.
Yeah, you forget your lyrics. Like, for example, I don't forget a lot and I have to freestyle.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's valuable there, but I don't think like I also feel like I don't want to say freestyling is overrated because it's a great art to have that not everybody can do.
Yeah.
But in some sense, it's also overrated in such a way that people want to say like every rapper has to freestyle.
Exactly.
No, not every rapper has to know how to freestyle.
Yeah.
There are rappers who can write amazing stuff, but you tell them to freestyle.
Yeah, guys, listen closely. He's talking about me.
Like I worked with a lot of rappers, and guys come and they're like, you know, I have an amazing pen game. Then they write, and I'm like, that's the pen game you're talking about, right? And they're like, yeah. And it's the most mediocre thing I've had. But still, they're like, yeah, you know, I got bars, but where's the bar? Where are the bars? You've done 16, bro. There is no bar.
16 without the bars.
Yeah, 16 without no bar. So,
shit.
A lot of people that talk that way, like if you find the real artists out there, like I've been fortunate enough to interact with a lot of superstars, like the real rappers, like they're doing this full time, they're earning from this.
Yeah.
And never will you hear them talking about, if you can't freestyle, you're not a real rapper.
Exactly.
These guys, all they care about is your musicality. Are you good?
Yeah.
Can you rap?
Yeah.
Do you have bars? Can you make sense? Is there something that will make me turn my face to wow? Like the wow factor.
Or can you perform or this or that? Exactly.
Those are the things that they care about. Do you have the wow factor in you? Something that if you stand on stage and I watch you and I'm like, yes, I'm feeling this.
Yeah, most definitely.
If I put on my headphones and I'm running a playlist full of hits, full of great classics, when it gets to your song, I'm not gonna pick up my phone and be like, skip. I'm gonna pick up my phone and be like, who the fuck is this? Like, you're that good. That's what they care about, these guys. And most of the people out there who talk about if you can't freestyle, you're not a real rap. Most of them cannot rap in the first place. Most of these guys cannot rap. They cannot freestyle themselves. It's the same way people who talk about DJing. If you can't scratch, you're not a real DJ. Who said you're not a real DJ? A lot of house DJs can't scratch.
Right, it's a different kind of music. They don't need that for that.
But they are doing amazing. So it's just the same thing. Freestyling is cool. I thank God I can freestyle. I can't freestyle past 16 or something like that. After that, I'll run out of words. My mind runs fast, but at some point, I'll just start making no sense. Like a lot of times I'll go 12 to 16, and then after there I'm gone. I can't freestyle to the level of Harima. Harima can freestyle and have bars at the same time and have wordplay.
And also like without stopping.
Yeah.
Like he can go like
I can't do that. But what I can do is I can freestyle. You can give me this phone and tell me freestyle about the phone and I'll do it.
Yeah.
But past 16 I'll start running out of things to say.
Right. It's still a phone.
And now when we are talking about the art of freestyling and songwriting, these are two different things. If you can freestyle, good for you, but can you write a song?
Yeah.
That is another thing.
And that used to be like a whole thing in hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people freestyling, but like having to transition into, let me just call that a real rapper, making songs, like would be the hurdle for so many people that many people also didn't manage to break, because people would simplify it and say, well, this guy just can't come up with choruses. You know, like he can spit for days, but like he doesn't have chorus, like meaning a certain kind of catchiness or whatever. But like, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like, for looking from my perspective as somebody who was focused on writing songs more than freestyling for all of the time that I've been making music, it's like I understand or I see the value in freestyling for things being instant.
Yeah.
You know, you're in the moment, you're just feeling and basically channeling that energy. You're not thinking so much. You're just basically inside, you know, letting go, flowing with everything. Because if you're not inside and you're thinking about things, like it's not the same energy of being tapped in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So therefore, it's very valuable to freestyle, or basically to just be in the moment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
very true.
Yeah.
The one time when freestyle saved me was when I had an interview and they just ambushed me and they were like, yeah, we want you to freestyle and this is live. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I don't have anything, because, you know, a lot of times rappers have bars that they have written. They've prepared them and they have stored them somewhere, and then they come and say it's freestyle. Yeah, to some extent it's freestyle because they didn't write to this particular beat.
Yeah.
Maybe they wrote it to another beat. Now they're gonna try to fit it in a different beat.
Right.
But for me, I didn't have anything written. And then these guys dropped an instrumental and I was like, okay, you've caught me today. And I had to freestyle the dumbest shit I've ever freestyled. And that shit is still on the internet actually. And I always feel like, I wish I could be able to delete this, but I can't.
Yeah.
But those are the times that freestyling skills help you. But other than such spontaneous stuff, I don't see like freestyling being that super valuable. Like if a lot of freestylers can't write songs, and that is me myself. I know that when I'm freestyle, every time I freestyle, like I can freestyle. Occasionally, I can freestyle some dope stuff. A lot of hooks. I freestyle a lot of hooks.
Yeah.
Which is the easiest part.
That's probably also what I would like to freestyle most.
Yeah, freestyling hooks is cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. You can get some of the catchiest hooks by freestyling.
Yeah.
The problem with freestyling, bringing it to music, is that you might think, I've got the hardest bars, but in reality, you're just talking bullshit. And then you won't be able to stick to a topic.
Yeah. Like if you're talking about lyrics, most definitely. I feel like the freestyles, well, for me, I'm getting a lot of melodies.
Yeah.
Melodies and rhythms with freestyles. Even now that I'm saying I'm not a freestyler or I'm not freestyling, I am freestyling a lot, but only when it comes to melodies and stuff. So I play the beat without having listened to it before. I'll be in front of a mic just humming something or this or that to catch my idea, and then I might come back and write lyrics and this and that and make it, like a full song. And I think especially this level of lyrics, like on the level of lyrics, is where the difference is most definitely gonna be, because unless you're like a super brain, or it's a premeditated thing that you've been thinking about this thing for weeks or some, then it might also be that you're just freestyling, like you're having a conversation with a lover, or it's a breakup or whatever. You really have to get it off your chest. Then you might just freestyle it, like you're saying to somebody, right? Talking to somebody. But if it's not that, then most of the time probably it's just going to be some surface level shit. And unless you're trying to really say something, then it's probably going to get down to writing.
Yeah.
Unless you're Jay-Z or somebody, but like
and singers can actually freestyle way better.
Yeah.
Than
there's not as many lyrics.
Yeah. I know a guy called Naiboy from Kenya, very popular artist.
Yeah.
He's known for getting on the mic, closing his eyes and freestyling.
Yeah.
Like, this guy doesn't need to write, but he's a singer.
Yeah.
With singing, you have time to think.
That's what it is. Yeah. It's a different tempo.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
I can freestyle singing any day, anytime without any problem, because it's so easy.
Also what I noticed is this one time I don't play guitar like that. I just know some chords. But I was having a guitar, and then I was singing, and that was so easy to freestyle.
Yeah.
Because I have everything in my hand.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not having a word right now for like a second, I'll just stop.
Yeah.
And then I play the chord whenever I have the word ready. And then I just keep going like this. For people, it feels natural because I'm just going the way that I'm playing. But to me, it's like, this is very easy.
Yeah, that's the thing with singing. Singing, you can leave gaps and nobody will know. With rap, there's no room for gaps. So
and you gotta be way quicker because there's many more syllables that you're using. With singing, even on a like amateur level or starting out level, I know a lot of people can freestyle.
Yeah,
singing. Me also.
So many.
Because you just have time.
Yeah, you have all the time. You can make a line longer to think about the other one.
Yeah, you just use the same note.
Yeah,
you're like, I'm on my way to. I still haven't said where I'm going.
Yeah. Like you can have one word as an entire line. Singing.
Right.
Rap, that's a different thing. They're elite people, like, the way we've heard stories of Jay-Z doing it. So those are elite people. They're those, but very few. Everybody.
Of course. Yeah, man. Hey.
Energy. We've had an amazing conversation, man.
Yes, sir. The most amazing podcast. So, of course, we had the most amazing conversation with the most amazing human being, Tony Slay, sitting right next to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the conversation, man.
Yeah, man, same.
We should definitely do this sometime.
Yeah, let's do it again.
And thank you for coming, man. This has been great. And I hope you had fun doing this.
Most definitely, bro. I enjoy being here.
Yeah.
I always love, to talk about things, to have conversations, because we're making music. People are listening to the music. They might love the music or they might not, but they might love the music.
Yeah.
But I just noticed, since we're hosting so many things in the music community, everybody who's not in the music community, they're also seeing these things. And through conversations with these kind of people who are not, inside of all of these processes and that, for us, it's everyday things, right? But for those people, it's like, it's very interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you write the song? Or how do you write songs in general?
Yeah.
I've never written a song. I've never been to a studio. I've never seen all of these things.
Yeah.
So it's like, I appreciate conversations like this for everybody who is, involved in these processes, because they might get a gem from you or from me, or from something that's left in between the lines, that they can apply to their own process, or that inspires them to do this or that, or get a different perspective on things. And then also everybody who doesn't make music, or is not involved in all of these things that we're talking about, to get some insights to see what it's like to be an artist, what it's like to be behind the scenes.
Yeah.
There's so many different roles. Now it's a, producer, artist, DJ, talking to a songwriter, producer, artist, like that, But like, instead of me, there might be a dancer sitting here.
Yeah.
Or there might be an entrepreneur sitting here in the music industry or the entertainment business, event people, this kind of people. So, this is very interesting to get different perspectives and different people just coming through. So I appreciate you for hosting this. The most amazing podcast by the most amazing human being.
Yeah.
Y'all check it out. Y'all tune in. I go by the name of Didi. And I guess we'll see each other around. 07, my community. We're trying to connect Stuttgart's music community. If you are a musician, DJ, whatever you do as a creative in Stuttgart, tap in, and we're going to see where to go from there.
Yeah, and tell the people where they can find you and where they can find your music. Yeah,
so on Instagram, that's DIDI_F2D. F2D, that's Free to Dream. DIDI, Didi, that's my name. On Instagram, on TikTok, it's like that. And our collective, that's 07, O like the letter, 7 like the number, .collective.
Okay, beautiful.
With this collective, we're hosting all of these events, monthly link ups. So pull up. I want to see you there.
Amazing.
You too.
Yeah, you all know where to find me. Tony Slay 254 everywhere.
Yeah.
And hope you enjoy the conversation and see you in the next one. Blessings. Yeah.
Cool, man.